I'm going to switch back to the flex grid, and I think I'll stay there for the remainder of this series of videos. I'm also going to remove the small 9, and I'll change this text to just columns. See what happens when we add a second one with no screen class. The remaining columns split in half, and they take up the rest of the row. In Foundation 6, this is called expanding. The flex grid introduces a new class. It's called the shrink class. As you see here, it means it will only take up the horizontal space its content needs. So let's take a look at an example. We'll change this to shrink, just one S, and like that. Let's remove this second column. Let's give this a background color. Well, we'll do that. So what the shrink class has done is it's only taking up enough space for the content. When we remove this, our column will go back to being split 50% each. But when we add it, the column will take up only enough space for the content. So that's the shrink class. It's pretty cool. If we needed to make responsive adjustments, suppose this was our header layout, and we wanted to stack our site title on smaller screens above this section here. And let's assume this is our nav section. In fact, why don't we update our code? This will be our site title, and this will just be demo. And I'm going to put a nav area here about, put like 4 links here. And if you've noticed in my videos, I like to use Emmet, and I don't think I have one, a tutorial on that and on using Emmet. If you're interested in that, please feel free to comment or let me know via Twitter or something at EasyDevTuts. I'm just going to create 4 fake links here. And then let me update my CSS to make those inline. Inline. Okay, so in our demo, we want our site title to be stacked above our navigation area on mobile devices. So how do we do that with FlexGrid? Well, we add a screen class to our site title area. I'm going to remove shrink, and I'm going to make this small -12. And when I refresh, you'll see that our site area is now stacked. Our site title, excuse me. The problem with this, or the one thing to consider, is that FlexGrid will assume, because I have the small -12 class being used, that I'd like that behavior as the screen gets larger. In our case, we want our navigation to actually remain to the right of the site title down to medium screens, and then go ahead and stack when we get to smaller. So how do we do that? Well, we use what's called an expand class, and we're going to add that to our site title area. Medium expand. I'm going to save that. And what this does is on medium screens, it expands the column to behave as a normal flex grid. If we wanted our columns to not be 2 equal parts, we could add a medium screen class of however big we would like it, about medium 4. And you'll see as we go to smaller screen sizes, we'll get our stacking behavior. So that's one example of making responsive adjustments with the flex grid.